Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through stacks of sources to bring you the key insights, tailored just for you. Today we're tackling a topic that gets talked about a lot, but maybe isn't always deeply understood, yet it really holds the key to, well, happiness and peace. Self-love. We spend so much time analyzing, romantic love, family bonds, friendships. But what about the love that underpins everything? The love for ourselves. I'll be honest, and I bet many of you listening can relate. I've had times, days, weeks even, where looking in the mirror felt like looking at a stranger. And that inner voice, definitely not my biggest fan back then, it can feel really isolating. So our mission today is to really unpack this path of self-acceptance, this inner healing journey. It can be tough, but also beautiful. Our sources offer some fantastic actionable wisdom here based on real expert insights and guiding us through this. We have someone perfect for the job, a therapist and emotional wellness coach who's helped countless people on this exact journey. Welcome.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here to talk about something I truly believe is foundational for our well-being.
Foundational, that's a great word for it. And it makes you wonder, right? Our sources really get into this. If it's so important, why is self-love just so hard for so many of us? It feels like it should be natural, but often isn't.
It's a real paradox, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And what's really interesting, and what the research points to, is how deep this struggle often goes. Think about it from a young age. We're often sort of conditioned to look outwards for validation.
Right, like getting good grades, or pleasing teachers, or fitting in.
Exactly. You get rewarded for achieving, for making others happy, for conforming. So we learn, often without realizing it, that our worth is tied to what we do or how others see us.
Not just who we are.
Precisely. It becomes conditional. And then you add things like, social media into the mix. We're just bombarded with these curated images of perfection, these unattainable ideals. It fuels this constant comparison.
Oh, definitely. The comparison trap.
Yes. And the result of all this conditioning, this comparison, it's often this deep-seated feeling, maybe not even fully conscious, that we're somehow not enough. So the whole idea of truly loving ourselves can feel really foreign, almost like we have to, earn our own approval.
Wow, that not enough feeling.
Yeah.
It really does seem pervasive, almost like a default setting sometimes. And that brings up another point. The myths around self-love, things that make it seem, selfish or out of reach, like the idea that self-love is just narcissism. That's a big one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably the most common and frankly the most damaging myth we need to bust right away. Self-love is fundamentally not narcissism. Narcissism is an excessive self-focus, often lacking empathy, needing constant external praise, because the ego is actually quite fragile.
Yeah.
True self-love, that's different. It's a healthy, grounded respect and appreciation for yourself. Your strengths, yes, but also your weaknesses, your whole self. And here's a key thing. This kind of self-love actually allows you to connect better with others, more authentically, more compassionately.
Because you're not operating from a place of deficit.
Exactly. You're filling your own cup first, so you have something real to offer. It's generative, not self-absorbed. Another trap people fall into is thinking self-love means reaching perfection.
Right, like I'll love myself when I lose weight, or when I get that promotion, or when I fix all my flaws.
Yes, but that's setting yourself up for failure. Self-love isn't a prize you get for being flawless. It's about embracing the imperfections, the quirks, the past mistakes, recognizing they're all part of your unique story. Actually, trying to be perfect often gets in the way of self-love because it keeps you in a state of constant self-criticism.
That makes so much sense. Okay, what else?
And the last big myth, that self-love means you have to be happy all the time.
Like putting on a brave face no matter what.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But life isn't like that. We have ups, we have downs. Self-love means being present with all of it. The joy, absolutely. But also the sadness, the anger, the fear. It means meeting those difficult emotions with compassion, not judgment, especially on the hard days.
So it's not about avoiding the tough stuff, but learning how to be kind to yourself through it.
Precisely. True emotional wellness isn't about eliminating negative feelings. It's about navigating the whole human experience with self-compassion. Can you really love yourself if you only accept the good parts? Probably not.
That really clarifies things. It makes self-love feel less like some lofty goal and more like something human, something we can actually practice. Which leads us right to the practical side. How do we actually cultivate this? Our sources offer some really concrete strategies.
Exactly. And the key word there is practices. These aren't quick fixes. They require consistent effort and, importantly, a gentle approach. The first one, and often the toughest, is accepting your flaws and your past.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds hard.
It can be. We carry a lot of shame sometimes about things we see as shortcomings or mistakes we've made. But real self-love involves acknowledging these things, understanding they don't define your fundamental worth, and extending forgiveness to yourself.
Self-forgiveness, that's huge.
It is. It's not about saying the mistake was okay, but about releasing the emotional weight of it so you can actually move forward and grow. It's like saying, okay, that happened,
Yeah.
and I'm still worthy of love.
Wow. Okay, so once we start working on that acceptance, that self-forgiveness, how does that change our inner world? Like our internal dialogue?
That leads perfectly to the second practice, speaking kindly to yourself.
The inner critic.
Exactly. This sounds almost too simple, but honestly, it can be revolutionary. Most of us are way harder on ourselves than we'd ever be on a friend. So start noticing that voice in your head. Is it harsh, judgmental, critical?
Usually, yeah.
Well, the practice is to consciously catch that and then replace it. Replace that negative self-talk with compassionate, supportive language, like you talk to someone you really care about.
Talk to yourself like a friend.
Yes, because that inner voice literally shapes how you feel, how you see the world, even your brain chemistry over time. Okay. Number 3, saying no without guilt.
The people pleaser's nightmare.
Yes, for many of us. We often say yes out of obligation, or because we're afraid of disappointing someone, or we want to be seen as helpful or good. But think about it. Every time you say yes to something you genuinely don't want or have the energy for, you're essentially saying no to yourself, to your own needs, your own boundaries.
That's a powerful reframe.
It is. So learning to say no respectfully, you don't always need long excuses, is a huge act of self-preservation and self-respect. It honors your limits.
Something I think we all could practice more. Okay, what's next?
4th, spending time alone without judgment.
In this super connected world, that feels countercultural.
It really does. Solitude often gets mistaken for loneliness or seen as unproductive, something to avoid. But intentional alone time, it's vital. It's where you can reflect, recharge your batteries, connect with your own thoughts and feelings without external noise.
Like tuning back into yourself.
Exactly. It's about nurturing your inner world. Even just short bursts of quiet can really lower stress and boost self-awareness. Don't be afraid of the quiet. Number 5 flows from saying no, setting boundaries, even with people you love.
Okay, this can be tricky, especially with family or close friends.
Definitely. Boundaries aren't walls to keep people out, though. They're more like guidelines, defining what's okay for you and what's not, in terms of your energy, your time, your emotional well-being.
So they protect the relationship too.
In the long run, yes. Healthy boundaries actually strengthen relationships because they build mutual respect and stop resentment from festering. It's an act of love for yourself and for the relationship. It allows for more honest connection.
That's a really important perspective. Okay, and the last one.
Number 6, letting go of toxic self-comparisons.
The thief of joy.
That's exactly what it is, especially today with social media constantly showing us everyone else's highlight reels. It's so easy to compare your messy real life to someone else's carefully curated online persona.
And feel like you're falling short.
Always. The practice here is to recognize that everyone's on their own path, with your own struggles you don't see. Focus on your growth, your journey. Celebrate your progress, however small, without constantly measuring yourself against others. Your path is unique, and its value isn't determined by anyone else's.
Those 6 practices, wow, they really cover a lot of ground, don't they? It feels like a real toolkit for building that inner foundation. And as you were talking, it brought to mind a listener confession that just perfectly captures that deep struggle we talked about earlier. It says, "I've never truly felt enough. For as long as I can remember, there's been this gnawing feeling that I'm lacking, that I don't measure up. How do I even start loving myself when this feeling is so deeply ingrained?"
Oh, thank you to that listener for sharing something so vulnerable and so deeply human. That feeling of not enough. It's incredibly common, and it's such a heavy weight to carry around. So to that person listening, please know you are absolutely not alone in feeling this way. And honestly, the fact that you're asking this question, that you're even aware of it and wanting something different, that is a first incredibly brave step. That's huge.
So where do they begin when it feels so big?
You start small, like really small, with what I might call radical acceptance of where you are right now. Don't try to bully yourself into feeling self-love if it's not there yet. Instead, just acknowledge the feeling. Maybe even say it out loud, just to yourself. Okay, I feel like I'm not enough right now.
Just acknowledging it.
Yes. And then gently add, and that's okay. This feeling is here, but it doesn't define who I am. Just that simple act of naming it without judging it can start to lessen its grip.
Okay, so acknowledge the feeling. Then what?
Then, pick just one of those 6 practices we talked about. Whichever one feels the least overwhelming, the most doable right now, even if it feels tiny. Maybe it's literally just paying attention to your self-talk for 5 minutes today. And if you catch a harsh thought, just gently try to reframe it. Not necessarily to something super positive, maybe just something neutral.
Like instead of, I messed that up, maybe, okay, that didn't go as planned.
Exactly. Or maybe it's spending 3 minutes just sitting quietly, noticing your breath without picking up your phone. Just 3 minutes. The point is, self-love isn't some grand overnight transformation. It's not a big declaration. It's built through these small, consistent, conscious acts of kindness towards yourself. It's about showing up for yourself, like you would for a friend who's struggling, especially on the days you feel you deserve it the least. So be patient. Be so gentle with yourself. And please know that every single tiny step you take in this direction is progress. You are enough. Right now, just as you are. And the journey of truly realizing that, of embodying it, that's the most profound love story you'll ever get to live.
Wow, thank you. That was incredibly moving and so practical too. This whole conversation, honestly, it feels like it provides a real, tangible path forward for something that can feel so abstract and overwhelming. That journey within. It's messy, sure, but as you said, deeply rewarding. So before we close out this deep dive, I want to leave you, our listeners, with something small you can try right away, inspired by everything we've discussed. Let's call it the self-love sentence exercise. Okay. For the rest of this week, just commit to writing one kind sentence to yourself each day. Just one. It could be super simple, like, I did my best today, or I'm grateful for my resilience, or even just, I'm allowed to rest. Write it down somewhere you'll see it. Your journal, sticky note on your mirror, a note on your phone, doesn't matter where. Think of these sentences as tiny seeds. Seeds of self-love that you're intentionally planting and watering each day. You're building new, kinder pathways in your mind. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and empathy today. This has been invaluable.
Thank you for having me. It was a wonderful conversation.
And thank you, everyone listening, for joining us, for being open to this really important journey. Just remember, loving yourself isn't selfish. It's absolutely essential. It's the bedrock, the foundation for all the other love in your life and for true, lasting happiness. So please be kind to yourselves.